Hello guys, you're welcome. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to color grade your image using your channel mixer tool provided by Adobe in Photoshop. I mean, there are hundreds of ways to actually color grade your image in Photoshop, and this one is just one of the most simplest, and it's a tool provided by Adobe. And Photoshop is not you don't need to buy presets, you don't need to do anything, so it's just there like that, free in Photoshop, and just take advantage of it. Without wasting your time, let's get started. So the first thing you want to come is you come just right down here, and you come to your channel mixer. And once you get your channel mixer, now the first thing you need to really know is you should know what you want. If you look at this image properly, you discover that there's no much difference between the subject and the background. The color is all mixed together. We have the magenta and the purple color just right in there, and everything is just clumsy, and you know the subject is not stand out. So, and that's exactly what I want to achieve with my color grading. I want to make sure that the subject is stand out from the background, and it pops out a little bit and it looks better. So the first thing you want to do is once you open your channel mixer, like I said earlier, you can always find it down here, or you could come to your adjustment here. We have your, let me show you, let me cancel this. You see, you can, if you can't find the adjustment here, just come to, maybe it's Lender you are, or library, just click on adjustment, and you can find the channel mixer here. So you can find it here, or you come down here, either way, any that is comfortable for you. So you just come here, your channel mixer, and if you observe, if you come to your output channel, we have a red, green, and blue. Okay, now we're going to be working on the tree, but there's something you need to observe. If you look at the red, under the red we have, at the red it's plus 100, and if you come to the green is also plus 100. So it's like that for the blue as well. So let's start with the red. The first thing we want to start under the red is you come to your constant, and we want to play around with the color. Come to your constant under the red. So let's play around. Let's take it. If you push it forward, it's actually going to give us red. Okay, remember the output channel is on red, so it's going to give us red. We don't want red. I don't want red in the image. This is not kind of, this grading is actually fine if you work on it, but this is not what I want to achieve for the image. So we're going to bring it down. So let's take it down and see what we can get. Okay, still going down. This is becoming too much. Okay, I think at minus 42, I like it, because if you look at it right now, it's beginning to, the subject is beginning to stand out from the background. If you look at it, unlike what we have before, just look at it before and after. You see, it's beginning to, it's getting better, and we're still going to work on it. So now we can come to our blue. Let's play with our blue and see what we can do. Let's, if we push it up, if you take it down, we'll have more blue, but if we kind of push it up, introduce some yellow. So let's say, let's push it up and just see what we can get. Okay, at 27, we just stopped right there. And our green as well, do we really need it? Let's just push it up a bit, like maybe +2, that's okay. Red as well, let's just take it up a bit. Let's add some red into it. Okay, this is getting better. Now we'll come to our green. On our green, we don't really want much of green. Remember that it's RGB, and R stands for red, green, G green, and B for blue. And the opposite of red is cyan, the opposite of green is magenta, and the opposite of blue is yellow. So on this green, the opposite is magenta. So whatever we're working on here really might be giving us much of magenta, and which I don't want, because we already have that in our image. Remember, we already have more of magenta in the image, so we don't really want that. So I will not be doing much on this. I'll just leave the red, green, and blue at default like that. Then I'll just come to the constant and just see if I can play around a little bit and see. Okay, I don't really want these colors, so let me push it up a bit. Okay, at +5 is, it introduces a little bit of um, magenta as well, and yellow, but it's still manageable. So let's just leave it at +5. It's okay like this. Then let's come to our blue, and on our blue, come to constant. Always remember, let's play with constant first before you go into the colors and play around with the colors. So on the constant, let's take it down and see, no, the yellow is just too much. Let's play around and see. Okay, I think I love this blue. If you look at the background, the blue is it's just nice on the background. And I think that's nice. Let's just take it up more. All right, I think I'm beginning to look it like I love the shade at this point. You could play around and see what works for you, depending on your portrait and the color that you have on your image generally. But for me on this particular portrait, I think at plus 63 works perfect. So I'm just going to leave the blue at plus 100 at default. Then I'm going to play with my greens. Okay, I'm going to play with my greens because I want yellow in the image. Remember, the opposite of blue is yellow. So I'm going to play with my greens. Let's see what we can get. Pushing it up is giving me more blue. I don't want that. I want a little bit of difference. Okay, so I think at minus 42 it's not bad. And then the last one we have here, it's the red. So let's play around with the red. If we push it up, always it will give you blue, remember? And then if we push it down, oh goodness, this is beautiful. Do you see? I think this is just massive and this is great. Okay, just look at it at minus 70. Just look at where we are. This is interesting. Say before, see after. Now there's a distinct difference between the background and the subject, and it's giving the image a new look entirely. Okay, so and I think I love it this way. Mind you, this is not a standard for anything. Please, this is not a standard. You can always play around and you get amazing colors and you could even come up with new things. So please don't always cram numbers in your head. So please play around with this and you get more amazing things. So like at this point I think, oh, I'm seeing something. Okay, oh sorry, we have two channel mixer. The first one I created before I used the other one. Okay, so let's delete the first one so that it won't get you confused. Let's just delete it. This is the new one we did. Okay, before and after, and this is just amazing. Now what we need to do is we need to, what is it called now, change our blend mode. So just we either use overlay or soft light. Let's see, soft light. I think I love it at overlay. It pops a little bit on overlay. So and look at it. Just look at before and after. Is this not just amazing? I know it's too much, so we can always work on our opacity and just push it downward, maybe around 75, and just look at it before and after, before and after. This is just for me. This is amazing. You can still take it downward maybe around 60, but then for the sake of this tutorial just keep it at 65 so that you can really see the difference, or 67. Okay, 65. Say before and after. This is just amazing. And if you still want the shine on the face to really pop out better, you can always come to your curves adjustment layer, and if you come to your curves, just push it out a bit so that the highlights will really pop. And at that I think that's okay. Just leave it like that. Then we want to make sure that what we've done now is only affecting the highlights on the face. So you just double click on this layer so that it will bring us to layer style. So we'll push it from, make sure what's the effect of what we've done, we'll push it from the shadows. Let me take this up so that you can see. We'll push it away from the shadow and just keep it only on the highlight. You can see just on the highlights. Then you hold your alt option and just play it up like that so that it will become soft and not harsh. Then you click your OK. You can always come to your opacity and reduce the effect a little bit so that it's just minimal. See, even if it's too much, you just take it down to maybe around 20, 25. Okay, at 20 is okay. See before, see after, just a little, you see, a little pop out there. Then you can group all your work and just put them in group, put them together, Ctrl G, or just drag them down there and you group them. So now look at before and after. And if this is just too much, you can still always drag it down and bring it down, even on the group, and just take it to maybe around 80 and just look at it before and after. I mean, this is a whole huge and a lot of difference between what we have before and what we have now. So that brings me to the end of the tutorial. I hope you've learned something. Please, if you know you've learned something, please subscribe, make comments and share. Thank you so much. See you in my next tutorial.